Good morning, Peace Seekers. I'm Victoria Pearson, but you can call me V. Welcome back to my weekly vlog where I talk about how I got myself out of my rut and finally found my happiness just by changing tiny little things and manifesting some joy. Welcome back. So, in one of my earlier videos, my introductory video, I think, I spoke about how I manifested a much more magical and happier life for myself just by changing tiny little things. A few different people have asked me what was the first thing that I changed. And in fact, quite a few people assumed that the very first thing that I changed was giving up smoking, because I spoke about how I used to smoke between 20 and 30 cigarettes a day. Now I don't smoke. I gave that up incrementally. That's not actually the first thing that I did, though. I think that would have been far too big for me to start with. It would have felt like such a massive, massive goal, because I've been smoking for my entire adult life. And so I would have felt like I was setting myself up to fail. I wasn't ready for that at that time. And it's okay to do things at your own pace. I mentioned in an earlier video as well that one thing that I recommend that people do when they don't know where to start is to not look at their phone first thing in the morning, but instead take a really deep breath. Then you can pick up your phone, whatever. It's just that one tiny change, taking that breath. Once you've got that habit locked in, you will already start to feel just a tiny bit better. But what was the next thing that I did? Like, you don't go from taking a breath to giving up smoking just like that. It would be daft for me to have given up smoking as my next thing. My very next thing that I did was start getting out into nature. Now, you may think, well, that's easy for you to say, V. I don't have a garden, or I live in the city, stuff like that. I am very lucky. I live in a village. I live near some woodlands that I can walk to. I've got lots of areas of nature right on my doorstep. But you don't have to go out for a 6-hour-long nature hike to get the benefits of being outside. You just need 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes outside in the fresh air. Notice the changes of the season. You can do that right in the middle of the city too. So today, I'm going to take you out with me for the day. I need to pop into town to buy myself some more vitamins anyway, and we're going to see what bits of nature that we can spot while we're out and about, that you can see even if you do live right in the middle of the city. So guys, I have to get some vitamins today, so my son and I are off to town to go and buy those. We're going to take you with us and show you that you can grab a moment's peace in nature, even in the middle of town. So I've arrived here in town, and we've just parked up. I've remembered that normally when I get my vitamins, I'm on the way to pole class. I'm going to have to walk past my pole class, even though I haven't been able to go for 4 weeks. I'm really upset about it because my shoulder is injured. But, you know, we're just not going to look at pole class, walk past, get my vitamins. And you might be able to see in the background behind me, actually, we've only just arrived in town. We're at the car park, and already I'm seeing trees around me. I'm seeing pampas grass. I'm seeing all sorts of lovely bits of nature that I can notice and see how they're changing over the seasons to help ground myself a little bit more in that spiritual life. Even right in the heart of the city, in the middle of a car park, you can still make time to connect with nature. I've just been into Poundland and not anything was a pound. What is that all about? Even if you can't find any nature in your city, you can always come in and find some in the shops, you know. Hi little plants, do you want to come and die at my house? Don't panic yourself, we did decide to spare the life of the plants and not bring them home today, because it really is a death sentence being brought home to my house. You can find beauty in nature anywhere you look. This gorgeous little piece of wilderness that is full of crickets, butterflies, little birds, ladybirds, is just seconds away from a new build housing estate, and it's absolutely beautiful. So that was a really successful shopping trip. We got a couple of super cheap little self-care bits from the Pound shop and from Wilkinson's. We've seen some lovely trees around where we've been walking today, watching the signs of autumn coming in, even in the middle of the town centre. Hey guys, so that's me back from my little nature walk with my son today. We went round to the shops and so it took a couple of hours, but it doesn't need to take that long. You can just spend 5 minutes outside. If going outside is too hard for you, you can spend 5 minutes on your doorstep, 5 minutes looking out of the window, anything. But if you're able to, get outside, go for a walk for 5 minutes every single day, and several things are going to happen to you, okay? Walking for that amount of time each day is going to improve your general health, which is going to make your brain feel better, okay? The fresh air, the vitamin D from the sunlight, and the noticing the different changes in the natural world will help improve your mental and spiritual health as well, and help you to just generally start to feel a bit better about yourself. But the most important thing is that you are taking 5 minutes out of your day every day to spend a little bit of time just with you, where you're not doing anything else. You are just out there observing nature. You're just out there being with your own thoughts, being in your own body, taking those deep breaths. It is going to make such a difference to how you feel about yourself, because you are valuing the time that you're spending building a relationship with yourself. No relationship is just good without work. You have to put the time in, and that includes relationship with yourself. I will be back next Monday to talk about another aspect of how I manifested my magical life and made myself much happier. I might even do the stop smoking one next if I get around to it. I've got to check some things first. I don't know if the way I did it is still legal. I will see you Monday. I will be back every day in between times with my Moments Peace vlog, where I warmly encourage you to come and join in, take a breath with me each day and think about what you're grateful for. We'll manifest a magical life together.